It is now time for the keynote addresses. Our next keynote address will be presented by Cardinal Kelvin Felix, followed by Archbishop Chrysostomos Selly and Prophet Samuel Khradebe. Our fourth speaker is His Eminence Kelvin Edward Cardinal Felix, the Roman Catholic Archbishop Emeritus of Castries. He was elevated to Cardinal by His Holiness Pope Francis in 2014 and now lives in Dominica. Let us open our hearts to receive him. Let us greet now our beloved brother, Cardinal Kelvin Felix.
Peace be with you. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to be part of this prestigious World Christian Leadership Conference, particularly at this time when the Christian world begins the preparation to celebrate the birth of the one whose coming was first announced thus: peace on earth to men of goodwill. Ever since the world has been striving towards that goal, and today we are witnessing one of the fruits of Father and Mother Moon's lifetime efforts to embrace leaders of different faiths and religions, to inspire them to work towards that noble purpose. God is a devoted Father who loves us, His children, no matter whatever race, culture, or religion we belong to. His purpose is to gather His children into one human family under His loving care. His purpose is coming to us in the person of His Son, Jesus Christ, whose birth we embrace at Christmas and celebrate it all over the world. This makes the Leadership Conference most timely and meaningful, because there are so many conflicts across the world, even as we gather here today. The Father's message rings out loud and clear: love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no man, that he should lay down his life for his friends. This is why at the core of each religion there is the command to care for each other and to forgive each other at any offense. More than ever, the wisdom and the love of religious leaders are necessary to tackle the problems of poverty, injustice, corruption, family breakdowns, conflicts, violence, forced migration, etc. So rampant in these parts of the world. Our Holy Father, Pope Francis, is a champion of interfaith relations. He has been challenging our Catholic community to love and embrace peoples of all faiths as brothers and sisters. If we could only resolve to leave this Christian Leadership Conference inspired by the message of the Lord has for us, and resolve to put it into effect, then our coming here would be eminently worthwhile, and the Lord's grace will multiply our efforts in making our society a better world.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Those are words with which to guide our lives. Archbishop Metropolitan Chrysostomos is the leader of the Orthodox Church of Latin America, from Mexico to Argentina. A tireless worker for harmony among all religions of Latin America and the Caribbean, he offers his insights for peace. Let us warmly welcome Archbishop Chrysostomos.
It's a privilege and honor for me, as Metropolitan Archbishop of the Orthodox Church, to address a few words of the importance of the family as the cornerstone of the Church and nation in this event of the World Clergy Leadership Conference. In this presentation, I will bring a small message on the matters of peace and family. The family is not a collection of individuals, but a living and developing system whose members are essentially interconnected. A family perspective assumes that an individual lives connected to others by relationships, not in isolation. Among the most important of these relationships are familial ones. Family strengths lead to family health. Family strengths and ultimately family health develop because a family is both cohesive and adaptive. The Church, like employment and service organizations, work with families in fulfilling some basic family responsibilities, such as education, support, religious and value formation, socialization, religious practice, health care, and social services. The Church also very much is involved in social issues of direct importance to families, such as economics and nuclear disarmament. Consequently, the Church must address the issue of its partnership with families. The principles that apply to social institutions and social policy apply to the Church as well. What the Church does and how it does, it affects the unity, well-being, health, and stability of families. Church leaders need to be more aware of how the Church policies, programs, ministries, and services can either help or hinder families in fulfilling their own basic responsibilities. Besides affecting employment and service organizations and the Church, the changes in families also have affected the partnership that exists between families and the government, as reflected in public social policy. The family, as a mediating structure, needs to play a crucial role by interacting with society in the pursuit of public good. When families are working well, they carry out responsibilities essential for the functioning of society. When families are in trouble, the government must often act in their place. The government then establishes remedial programs for individuals in trouble, but at tremendous cost. Perhaps such trouble frequently could be prevented if all institutions worked to support family strengths and to develop services for individuals that consider families. The reason Government policies and programs deserve specific attention when discussing partnerships between families and institutions is because they often set the direction for institutional services. In addition, even more fundamental, the role of government in family life is becoming pervasive. Today, government policies and services have tremendous effect on the functioning of families. They provide vital and essential support for families to help them fulfill their basic responsibilities. Even 2 decades ago, over 200 government programs had a direct or indirect impact on family life. Family is undoubtedly the cornerstone to build a healthy society that cooperates well with church and nation. Without family, we simply cannot have church or nation. The Orthodox Church has worked hard worldwide for centuries on this idea. It is perfectly aligned with the ideal of one family under God, who Dr. Hagjahamun promotes through UPF and World Clergy Leadership Conference. As member of the steering committee, I will send my deep recognition to Mother of Peace for her hard work and particularly in this wonderful rally of hope to spread these important messages to all humanity.
Thank you, Archbishop Metropolitan Chrysostomos.